I really enjoyed Sue Ellen Adds It Up because it shows that there is balance in all of us. And I feel like a lot of children will be able to relate to this one. This is the first segment of the second episode of the 19th season of Arthur. And in this one, Sue Ellen confesses that she's not a maths person or math person and she doesn't use numbers. But Prunella helps her realize that, well, actually makes her reluctantly admit that she does actually use math in everyday life. And it's things like working out how much time is there until something, estimating prices. And Prunella, meanwhile, is figuring that while she's good at math, she's not very artistic. But Sue Ellen has an opportunity to show Prunella that actually she can be creative and artistic. And the main focus of the episode is, of course, the maths, and it shows that even though you might think you're not very good at maths, you use it more than you think. A lot of it is instinctive. Of course, there are people who can't deal with numbers, and that's a different story. That's not quite what this is about. It's more of a fact that Sue Ellen doesn't think she practices using numbers, so she doesn't think she can use them, but actually she can. Um, that's not to say she's a maths genius or a whiz with numbers, but she uses them more than she thinks. And Prunella is more creative than she thinks. And the main message there, alongside the fact that if you don't think you're good at maths, maybe stop and see how much you actually do use numbers, is also that we can all have a little bit of us. We don't have to be completely creative and that's it. We don't have to be completely logical and great with numbers and that's it. We can have a little bit from both columns. Some of us will have a lot more of the creativity, but we can still have some logic there. And a lot of people can have a lot of logic, but a little bit of creativity. It's not all black and white. It's not all one or the other. You can have a bit of both, and that's exactly what the episode suggests. It does it in a very fascinating way. The art class have been given a project where they're allowed to create any piece of art for a specific location in the school. And Sue Ellen chooses the water fountain. I won't tell you what she creates, but I was really keen to see the finished outcomes from various students, and I only wish we got to see more because we get to see maybe 3 or 4 of them. I think it would have been fun to see a few more, but I realised that would have taken up a bit of time. But either way, Sue Ellen Adds It Up is a pretty enjoyable episode.